Hi, I'm Darcy. I am the children's minister at FCC. Our senior pastor Marcus had asked me to just share a few words that could hopefully be helpful tools for parents to use when speaking to your children during this time. I did some research and I tried to pull different things together that I really thought would be helpful for you. Some of it is from other children's ministers, child psychology things, all kinds of stuff. So I hope that this can give you some encouragement during this time. Yes, so children know that they are off of school, and some may be very excited about that, while others may have some anxiety and feel nervous not knowing too much about the situation and what's going on. So here are some tools. Number one, ask your children what they know already. They may have heard a lot about the situation or a little about the situation from friends at school, from teachers, or from other sources. And it's important that we ask them, what do you already know? What do you know about the situation? What do you know about why you're off of school? And if they have any misinformation, that we address that, because we don't want them to believe things that are not true. So make sure that we ask them what they know already and address any misinformation. Also, keep it simple. They're young, they want simple answers that they can understand. So, number two, be calm and be honest. It's very important that we are honest with them, not that we try to make things sound one way, but that we're just really honest with our children. Children can often pick up on when parents are feeling stressed or anxious, and sometimes they even tend to reflect how we feel. That is challenging, very, very challenging, but as much as we can, just try to be calm and be honest with them. Number three, stay connected with loved ones. Maybe you have loved ones that live farther away, and as much as you can through technology, try to stay connected so that kids can see through technology, see their loved ones that are far away, or even talk to them on the phone. It can be really reassuring for kids to just know that their loved ones are okay, that they're doing all right. Knowing that your family is there for one another, that your loved ones are there for one another. It's very important. Number four, answer children's questions. A lot of times they may have many of them, but child psychology experts' advice is to be reassuring, focus on proactive steps, and do research so that we can truthfully answer their questions. Again, it's very important to be truthful as we answer their questions. Sometimes even they may come to us with questions and we may be busy with something else, but it can be very important at that time to even put our phones down. Challenging, right? But just really to give them our full attention, so that way they know that their questions are valid and important to us, and we can really give them our attention as we answer them. Number five, children are always listening. If we are watching different things on the news, they're often either watching or listening to it, even if they're playing or doing something else. They are listening to everything. They are even listening to our adult conversations that we have. So we need to be careful even as we're talking about things, because we need to know, especially as kids are spending more time at home, they're going to be listening to everything. So just be careful the way that we speak, the way that we talk to others about things as well. They'll hear it all. So number six, give some schedule to our kids. So even though they're not going to school and having their typical schedule, it can be really important to have some kind of structure for them. Structure can be something that gives them a sense of calm when things change. If they seem to be having a hard time with things or having anxious thoughts about things, it can be good to sometimes give them control over something, even choices. It might be a simple choice such as, should we have pizza or spaghetti for dinner? and letting them have some say in the decision, but them having even a bit of sense of control can help them feel a bit at peace. Number 7, focus on hope. It is so important for us as believers and for our children to know that we always have hope. We are not people out there in the world who don't know about God. We know that through Christ we will always have hope. There's no end to that hope. That hope will go on and on and on, no matter what situations are around us. We need to focus on hope. The Bible says over 365 times, do not be afraid. Now, as parents, sometimes we can feel fearful because we're responsible for these young lives. But it's so important for us during this time to trust in God with everything, with all that we have. He is good and He is faithful and He is unchanging. In Joshua 1:9, it says, be strong and courageous. Do not be terrified, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. In 1 Timothy 1:7, it says, God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and love and a sound mind. All right, number 8, last one. Have positives around. Play worship songs. Feed their minds with things that are positive. Try to do family devotion times together. Be in the Word together. Pray together. Just bring positives into your home. What we feed ourselves matters. If we feed our kids junk food all the time, they'll be more susceptible to different things and won't be as healthy. But if we feed them lots of fruit and vegetables, they'll be so healthy. I really believe that the same works for our spiritual lives. What we put inside of us matters. If all that we're seeing and putting into ourselves is negativity, it's going to be very hard to be positive people as we go through our lives. But if we feed ourselves with things of the Word, if we stay encouraged in our hearts through what we're putting into us, if we're reading our Bibles and praying every day and listening to worship songs, watching sermons, all different kinds of things to feed our spirit, it's really good for us. And it's actually really good for our kids as well. John 14:27 says, peace I leave with you. My peace I give you. I do not give to you as the world gives. Do not let your hearts be troubled and do not be afraid. God is with us always. Let's stay hopeful. Let's continue to trust in Him and let's communicate to our children to do the same. Thanks.